Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 4. What is this called? Chop It Like It's Hot. Okay, so this episode, it picked up a bit, I ain't gonna lie, but it got on my nerves at the same time, right? Because it's just so, I mean, it's not really petty when you just start and mess on purpose. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, we go to Preakness. Remember, we had Preakness. We done with K Little brunch. She give them all $20 once they make it to the track, so they can like make a little bet on something. Look, Stacy pocket her little change. Um, Wendy taking Giselle to the side, talking about some. She don't know Angel. You know what I'm saying? They graduated on different years, so she don't know that lady. Okay, I don't know. I guess it's important to know that she said this, right? Because she's avoiding her. If we can notice, she's not speaking to her, she's not acknowledging her, she's just like staying away from her. Ladies, doing their thing at the track. Ashley points, or not Ashley, Stacy points out Ashley over there, always finding a date somewhere. Found her, look, got her a number. Um, she does ask Giselle about her love life, okay, like how she doing, enjoy being single. Are you dating anybody? Giselle like, I'm doing all right, this and that, but she doesn't mention anything about the mystery guy, just prowling a little bit just to see what she gonna say, but she didn't give too much. Um, and Angel was like, oh, well, you know what? I actually got a date for Giselle. I'm gonna hook her up on a blind date with one of my peoples. And they was like, oh, Giselle got a type. Is he dark skin? Is he dark skinned chocolate? And she's like, yeah, he is. Is he bald head? Oh, he is. They like, oh, see, there you go, Giselle. So here we have I mean, I wouldn't say confusing conversation, but an unnecessary uh spat. Okay. This is where we finally get to see that Tia, she can actually get with the girl with a little bit of wordplay of her own, you know what I'm saying? She just do it nice and, with that British accent, all classy like, cuss you out, with whatever words that the British use or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, Ashley ended up inviting Giselle and Wendy out to something when they were at the store with Tia. Okay, I was shopping for, I think, the brunch or something like that. But anyway, she's like, dang, I thought that was a little bit rude, you just inviting people with somebody standing there that you didn't invite, And she's like, well, I mean, I wasn't trying to be rude on purpose or nothing like that. I didn't even know he was there, like technically I was just talking to my girls on the phone. And, Tia brings up, being tongue in cheek about it. And, they're like, what is tongue in cheek? So she's trying to explain it as if, Ashley's a dum dum and don't understand some things, which, she can be a little spacey, I ain't gonna lie. But it was a good little back and forth of words. Like I said, we see here that Tia can get down when she needs to. Don't gotta raise your voice, but speak to you with my intelligence and break you down in such a way. Anywho, I don't know. But she does say, yo, but I do got one issue with you, Ashley, because I will tell you if I got an issue with anybody, y'all. I ain't afraid to talk. But Giselle told me that you was gonna fancy me when you met me, and girl, I ain't got no bump, no tap, no hey, no girl, you don't like me or something, like, and they all like laughing at this because, bitch, for real. Jazzy pops up, and this was annoying for me because she was just being super duper extra. Like, oh my God, look at you. Oh, you look so good. Oh, smooches, smooches. Oh, this is so great. Oh, and I'm doing so wonderful. I'm planning this wedding. It's coming up soon. Oh, life is so great and grind, and I'm like, why you acting like this? I was mostly looking like Kay, because her and Kay ain't cool, and this is how we find out, because they like, hey, you just your face just whoop as soon as she walked in, and what's up with that? Um, as they're sitting and chatting a little bit, there was a what was considered shade from Angel when she brings up, "Oh, you're a fellow wag," like football wives and all this stuff, or soon to be. Oh, welcome to the club and all this stuff. My husband, he's a 10-year starter. How about you? And, Wendy over there ain't really feeling Angel like that. Was like, oh, you catch that dig. Starter, starter. I can't believe it. Like, dude. And Angel or Kay, or who was it, Jazzy? I mean, she didn't take it as such. Her man is a 7-year starter, so it's okay. And I think he might got a ring. He on the Super Bowl team. Gotta look that up. So horse races is going on. Um, Kay versus Jazzy. Wendy was kind of like, well, I don't think, well, not Wendy, but this is where they asking Kay like, what's up, what's going on with you and Jazzy? We see you ain't really talking. You kind of turned your nose up a little bit when she came. Like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, well, Wendy had told me that Jazzy was talking about me. So, I don't know. I ain't got no issue with her, but apparently she got one with me. And, obviously Wendy is kind of backpedaling a little bit like, well, I didn't say this. All I said was she said such and such and such. And mind you, this is stuff that's like old, okay? Or not even existent, should we say? Because that's what Kay like, girl. I don't even know what the hell she talking about. And, going back and forth a little bit. Jazzy thought she was being slick by saying, "Girl, I know you're going through some things with Greg, so it's understandable that you're feeling such ways." And Kay was like, "Girl, don't even try it because you got a man that had two babies on you. So what?" They calmed that noise down a little bit. We're kind of, because I think that was more at the table, sitting down, eating kind of snacky, whatever, while they walking around doing whatever. An event, they go outside, see the horses, see who won, what, when races. And this is the area that they are in is Wendy's event, okay? Which that's when I'm like, hey, I'm so confused about what events was people was supposed to go to or whose was better and whose was what, when clearly Wendy had literally the spot for y'all to be at for the day. For you know what I'm saying? She had the whole little sponsor area for you guys, right? Um, we do see the first lady, by the way, who was the person who invited Wendy to, such things. She did not show her picture on the camera or her face on the camera, but we did get their little blurred out spot. She got to say hi to Wendy for a quick little second, and then she went on along her way. And of course, Kay had to give a little shade, like, see, did all that bragging about the first lady, and she just came and say, hey, and bye to you. Girl, boom. But girl, boom, too on you, because you had that old rinky-dink ass little brunch in your condo, which was, I was like, I mean, it was cute and all, but it was really like, no. All right, so we done with all that. We about to take this trip, okay? For some reason, Giselle, well, I ain't gonna say for some reason, it's Giselle's job to start the mess, okay? Since the first episode, since maybe since Monique left, and Robin left. Technically, Monique left. No, she had Robin for a minute. So actually, after Robin left, Giselle has nothing else to do but to start all the mess. She is the bone courier. Okay, that's her. She got them all, the dinosaur bones too. Okay, because I'm gonna invite Jazzy on this trip, masking it as, ooh, she's getting married. It's a bachelorette party. I don't even think the girl has a date yet for the said marriage, who's been fiancé for like, what, 5 or so years? Child, I'm over it. I'm over her. And I'm over Giselle. Oh my goodness, right. You invite Jazzy because you want to start mess between her and Kay. Understandable. We need some drama, but there's already drama there between Kay and Wendy and Angel and Wendy. Okay. And because Jazzy was so last minute on this trip, which I don't know how last minute she was because she got a robe with her name embroidered, which we'll get to that. But she didn't have a she was a little bit late on her ticket, I guess, so she had to sit way in the back in economy, which in turn the ladies had to literally wait like what almost an hour for her to get off the plane. Like, damn, bitch, they had you by the bathrooms or something. Like, ooh. I probably sat that close to the bathrooms once on the plane. After that, I'd be more towards the wing, maybe the exit row, though, you know, but never way in the damn back. I'm not gonna. I ain't listen. She broke, but she ain't broke. All right, so we get to the first island because you have to go to was it St. Kitts and then boat to Nevis because you can't just go. They don't got no airport or something like that. Small island. Um, First little spot, while we're waiting to get on our next get on the boat to go over. We got some refreshments, use the bathroom, talk basically, just relax real quick. Um Angel had a camouflage Prada bag. It was like a backpack. She must have forgot to read all the words on the itinerary, and it said, "Ooh, no camouflage. It's illegal in that country." Interesting, right? I mean, it has camouflage army. It will make sense. Maybe they had some issues with some things. I don't know the history of Nevis. I ain't never really heard of Nevis like that, but she almost was not able to go. Like they like, yeah, everybody cleared except for you, child. So in order for her to get through, Tia just so happened to have a half empty bag, we'll say, to where she was able to stuff it and smuggle it for her. Do Stacy suck balls? They were eating some type of hors d'oeuvres that were ball shaped, and of course Wendy had to ask. And Stacy, oh my God, why would you ask such things? You're academic. I guess I have to get the dang well, they didn't give us the timing of who was where and what was what because Wendy's birthday is back. Okay, so we're celebrating her birthday as well as Jazzy's wedding. So, like I said, Giselle's here to start the mess. Here's the first mess. I heard somebody didn't want Jazzy to come. Who? Who didn't want Jazzy to come? It was Angel. Angel. No, that's not what I said. I said that we should invite Sharice because I know Sharice and I don't know Angel I don't know Jazzy like that. When no dig at you, girl. I was just saying. But I didn't. If I said those words that I don't want you to come, then okay, I'm sorry. But I don't think I said those words. Okay, it's kind of doing we see why you and K friends almost type thing, like because the dialogue was literally the same. So we're on this boat on the way to Nevis. And this is where we sitting at the table and we're starting more mess besides somebody didn't want Jazzy to come. Okay, Angel, wooty woo. Okay, and then Jazzy brings up, oh, well, Kay said something about Wendy about 6 months ago. See, like I'm saying, you bringing up old stuff to argue about today. Girl, the stuff that I probably didn't even know about to care about and what, like, what I'm saying, wasn't no issue, but now it is an issue. When Wendy, like, okay, well, if she said those things was 6 months ago, understandable because we wasn't cool then, and it makes sense, right? So it tracks. So okay, whatever. So Wendy decides, well, since we bringing up mess, how I bring up mess that Angel was trying to say, was trying to shade Jazzy about the 10-year football starting and all that type stuff comment. Angel like, girl, that was no beef there. I was just saying, like, I mean, you see, this is wag talk. Obviously, you don't know nothing about that, Wendy. So you might want to just scoop. Because you tried it, denied it. And I think maybe Tia or somebody spoke up, was like, yes, yes, I heard it. And I thought it was a bit of shade too. So Stacy asked Angel, well, Kay has some issues going on here with the ladies and certain things like that, Wendy. So is it okay for you to get to know us without, Kay and whoever she got beef with and all that stuff? And she like, yeah, I can separate it. Why whoever she don't like, I gotta not like or whatever. I'm not that type of, we don't follow like that. That's not, you know what I'm saying? We disperse around the boat, twerk, twerk here, relax over there, picture here. And Giselle pulls Angel or Ashley to the side to be like, you saw this picture? And she shows the picture. It's a picture of Tia and a picture of Angel. I'm guessing this was sent to her sometime before the ladies started casting with them, to say like, oh, these is who you're gonna be working with, type, whatever, whatever. And she like, I mean, obviously Tia looks like Tia, but the picture of Angel, it's looking like, who is this? Like that don't look like her. So I need to ask. We get to the island and Giselle gives all the rooms. Very simple. Tia get the nanny cabin because she British. Wendy, Stacy, and Wendy, Stacy. Who was rooming with Wendy, Stacy, and somebody? Oh, Wendy, Stacy, Jazzy. I got the room together, and they, oh my god, I'm so excited! And right, because I cracked up because that's what I was saying. You don't like Angel, obviously, because you ain't want to be rude with her. The I'm about to call them Potomac. Potomac every time we come on here, Potomac, because they phony and fake is all get out. Especially Wendy now. Like I can't this whole her going to jail thing, it is messing up the viewership of her, because I'm just like, girl, I already be side eye you on some stuff, but you really, really, really getting the twitchy eye at this point. So they go to their rooms and Giselle had it all set up nice to where they have little greeting cards, messages for each lady, very personalized, right? A little makeup bag, travel case, with the letter of their names on it. So like for me, it would be a K. My name is Kamita. And a pink robe to match the said case. It was like Barbie pink with their name embroidered on it. Excuse me in my accent, cause yeah, I don't know why my tongue ain't trying to roll off some of these words. We get to Stacy and dang, my I ain't got my name on my robe. And I ain't got no letter on my travel case, which it was a whole different travel case. Theirs was all kind of textured material, fabric, and hers was literally like smooth, tight fabric, just regular, and a size large. And she like, I know, bitch, I ain't no damn large. Like she playing with me, and my card was empty, completely blank, nothing, not even a dot for a period. Like, dang, Giselle, what? Did she run out of cash? Did she run out of money? Cause see, that's what I was saying. It was last minute to add Jazzy on, I guess, because she didn't make the first class, but not last minute because she definitely had her Jazzy embroidered with her J on her bag, and I'm like, and her personalized letter, like, dang. In her confessional, Giselle was just basically saying, like, listen, I don't know this girl who is Stacy, so that's why she ain't getting nothing. That's why she got a blank canvas, because I don't know. So while the ladies are getting ready for what is this, dinner, Wendy kind of points out, like, dang, I'm feeling like this group is a little bit off, from her perspective. It's pretty much group A will be all the ladies because she literally named everybody. I thought she was gonna be like, oh, like it's Ashley and Giselle, and it's me and nope, it's literally all the ladies, and then there's Kay and Angel. Okay, so Kay and Angel, they over there, and they kind of like, dang, is it us? Is it you? Is it me? Because it's something that's off. I'm feeling a little uneasy right now because something ain't right with this group of ladies. Angel points out that dang, Wendy did not speak to me at all today. Like I came to the airport and everything. I see everybody saying hi. We're doing greetings, but she literally paid me dust. Okay, so I'm just a little confused as to like and she keeps saying like Wendy is so she's speaking so highly of Wendy. Like, I know she's a smart lady and she's got couth and she's, got class and grace, but why is she doing me like this? Like she at least could, even people who, you don't like them like that and all this stuff, you still know how to be professional in with everything you do. But for some reason she's just not she ain't seeing it for me and I'm not understanding it. We see Tia on a quick little phone call with her kid. I guess she came on a trip and it was one of her kids' birthdays, so she feeling a little bad. Had to call them, say, "Hey, I love you," and all that good stuff. And I think was it the one that's the birthday or was it the other one? Because I think she got like two boys. One of them was a mama's boy, so she had to go and check in. It's all right. All right, so we get to dinner, and this is where the rest of the episode is going to take place here, okay? Kay and Stacy kind of start off the conversation a little bit, which is Stacy doing like she did Giselle earlier, like, so how are you and Greg? Are you guys still together? Um, and she's like, yeah, we're together, we're working on and all that type stuff. And she's like, yeah, because we don't really talk like that. And I'm trying to, get around to that so that we can be more on the same page and see maybe you agree with some things versus just me feeling like you just being attacking me and coming for me, girl, So, she like, yeah, I get it. So, her and Kay's, they not like the best of friends, but at least they could speak in with each other, right? Fine. Um, Angel brings up that, being new to the group here, um, I'm not feeling as welcome as I thought I would be. Not that I wanted them to, ring the bells and, whatever. I just feel like there's no effort in anybody reaching out to me, wanting to just kick the bobos, go out to lunch, ask about me and my family, my kids, like they're not doing nothing. So I'm like, I'm a bit right. I'm just, just a bit taken aback by that. I'm trying to process. So Tia speaks up a little bit to say, well, I did notice that, you and Wendy didn't speak to you at all. Like, I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but yeah, what's going on? And of course, Angel's like, well, I mean, I can see. I mean, I don't know why she ain't talking to me, but maybe I could see why. I felt attacked the other day. She felt attacked. Um, and they're like, so what did you feel attacked about? And she says, well, that question I just felt was really unnecessary. Um, and Wendy, that's how I feel about it. Was really unnecessary because what? And it was unnecessary for Ashley to go over there and jump on the bandwagon with it, and you weren't even there. Cause that really made me mad. And here go Wendy with her. Like I said, I like it when she can cuss you out with the words. She gotta get loud. She gotta get mm-mm. But she just, I asked you a simple question, girl, and you're the one that's trying to villainize me. And listen, You just don't seem excited to get to know the ladies. You don't, I don't, uh, that's how, that's kind of how Wendy is just doing her. Like, girl, I don't even want to talk to you. So Giselle asked Angel, do you even like us? And she's like, yeah, I like y'all. I'm trying to get to know y'all. It's just, I don't talk a lot when I don't know people. Understandable, that's me. I don't know you. I'm just going to be there. Hmm. When I pick up the vibes and we get to speak in some mode, then I'll be like, okay, it's gonna come out. But I gotta peep the scene. I gotta look at y'all. I gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see how people move before I just be opening up, especially with these type of ladies, because I'm not about to be opening up to none of this, especially no Ashley, no Giselle, definitely not no Wendy either. Well, it should be more like no Wendy, no Giselle, and definitely no Ashley. So in the midst of this, Giselle, keep the mess going. Um, well, speaking of getting to know people and all that stuff, it's this picture, and it's just kind of bothering me, right? Because I'm looking at this girl, I'm looking at Instagram, I'm looking at you, and I'm like, I don't see it. This picture is like not you. Who is it? And she like, girl, that's me. What you mean is it's not filtered. That's just me. I mean, the sun caught me at an opportune moment and I snapped. So, and obviously when you look at the picture at first glance, when they showed it, what was it, last week or earlier in the episode, when she first snapped it, I was like, damn. I was like, who is that? I ain't gonna lie. I was like, dang. And then when they showed it again, and I looked, and I'm like, okay, I see it now because I'm looking at the lighting. So that's how I'm like, well, maybe the sun was shining real good on the angle. It it's blinding the curvatures of the face, her features, right? Okay. So Kate like, yeah, that's her. Who y'all think it is? Like, this is crazy. And she's like, yeah, I don't be using no dang filters. And in her confessional, she threw a little shade back at, a couple of y'all, Wendy, because girl, y'all the ones snipping to make y'all face look like a damn Instagram picture. So permanent filter. Don't be coming for me. And they do show some other pictures just to kind of, I guess, give us some more examples. And to me, clearly, listen, the lady has some kids and she not a bounce back type of body. Okay. Mama got body yaddy yaddy now. And it just might be taking a little bit longer to, fall off versus some other folks. Jeans, it is what it is. So obviously, I'm plumped now. But back then, those pictures were, a little bit me, a little bit skinny, I'm saying, ain't shaming nobody, but that's how I took it. Like, this is post kids pictures, and girl, you see me after. So this kind of turns into a Wendy versus Angel versus Kay. Excuse me. Basically Wendy's trying to prove a point as to why she don't like them because, oh, I see y'all working together at this point. I peep game. You're proving all the points that, you don't like me. Uh Everything you saying, it doesn't make any sense. Like, just going in on the girl and going in on Kay, like, I see y'all and I ain't here for it. So y'all can go on with y'all little mess or whatever y'all had going on. Cause I ain't here for it. Boom, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she was giving them her whole energy was just like, ugh, ugh. And yeah, oof. Wendy, I just, like I said, is I can't with you no more. I can't. So we move on a little bit, change subjects to, Stacy and Giselle because yeah, why we all got letters and things and Stacy ain't getting nothing. And she like, oh yeah, Stacy wasn't even supposed to get a card. Like they like, for real, that ain't right. girl, I don't even know this lady. You know, you come in here and you got TJ and you telling us all this stuff. You getting the divorce, but then you back with your man and TJ telling all this stuff about lawsuits and that you're lying and you know, like, girl, we don't know. I don't know what's real, what's fake, so I don't know you. So that's why I did what I did. And of course, Stacy's like, well, you know, it's unfortunate that you feel this way, Giselle. Like, this is messed up. I don't know why you be coming after me all up in my business. I'm not lying. I'm being truthful. Just, you know, Stacy fashion. And she like, I mean, and speaking of always coming from me and what I got going on, like, how about we dig into you a little bit? Like, who you dating? Who your man? You got a man? Is his name Sean? Is he a football player and all this stuff? Who is he? Who is that? So she passing the phone around to show the pictures of Giselle on a date with the man. You know, busting her bubble, busting her bubble. It wasn't that big of a bubble to bust, unfortunately, because who cares if Giselle is dating or not? Like, I really don't. Um, Especially if she ain't bringing nobody on the show, like, who cares, right? It's only if they want to come on the show, okay? They asking Ashley because you know y'all friends and stuff. So did you know about this man? Who is he? Da, 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 da. And of course, Ashley. Okay, I confess, I do know who he is. I was there when they met at some party, and yeah, they've been dating and doing whatever. Okay, whatever. Ain't no secret now. Boom. Of course, Giselle in her confessional was like, "Yeah, I mean, they just all want to be in my business, like I'm about to get married or something." But that ain't how it works, which is true. No, they just want to be in your business because you all up in their business. Okay, girl. They just trying to get you like you got them. And hey, speaking of football players, I mean, haven't most of us here at the table dated a football player at some point, right? Raise your hands if you have, you know, man. So, you know, raising hands. I mean, obviously, I'm married to one. You have, Wendy? Maybe not. But anywho, so you've been with Eddie, I think, since college or something. So you ain't never had no chance to do none of the type of stuff. But who cares, right? That's not your life. But speaking of NFL player, like I said, you dated one, Stacy. You ain't dating no player. Girl, I don't even know what she's talking about. I'm over here trying to check my wet and wave, you know, mess with her hair. Because I think she actually really didn't hear what she said. So well, don't be trying to act like, you know, you ain't hearing me down here. You don't dated a football player before? Ooh, sorry about that. My mouth got a little bit dry. But hey, this is where the episode ends. Anywho, they trying to bring up Chris Samuels basically to say, yeah, you've been trying to date. I heard one of my friends say you been trying to get on Chris. And we all know Chris. So what's going on? And that's where it hits the to be continued. Doom, 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 doom. Which I think Monique should be here soon. Because we're still on vacation. Oops, sorry, I'm gonna rock the thing. But yeah, we're still on vacation. So next week will be vacation or girls trip, we want to call it. So maybe like not next week, but the week after, we might get money. All right, can't wait, can't wait. Okay, we picking up a little bit, Um, I just want them to not be so uh not so petty. Well, no, we kind of like petty. It's just the dumb stuff, honestly. I don't like them like literally starting mess on purpose. That's the stuff is just annoying. Well, what about you? And you said this. It is, girl. Can we argue about some funny stuff? Like call somebody Bigfoot or something. Anywho, this is Photomac. Because they phony. Bye.